Well, hey everyone there in YouTube and in net. And I'm Alex, and I'm here again to do my current speaking activity. And as always, I'm trying to do this regularly, and some newcomers might come to my channel and see what happens around this place. And I'm so glad to realize that, because I'm supposed to do that not only for me, but for the some new possible audience that probably in the same boat. They probably do the same activity that I do, and in a way we are like colleagues. And maybe personally you in the same picture of English learning activity. And I'm glad to see personally you sitting in front of the screen and watching me doing this. And as for my activity, actually, let's get to the point. Actually, today I've just made home. I guess it's clear by my not appearance but my external look, cause I didn't to take the my shirt off yet. And actually, I've had a nice meeting of our regular English speaking activity in the library. We actually discussed a lot of stuff as usual, and one noticeable thing happened actually. Some new girl conducted our current meeting, and her name was Maria, is if my mind doesn't fail me. And we were actually discussing the terroristic attacks that happened in the year of 2001 and on the 11th of September. You know that twins that stood until that date, and they fell to ruin on that particular date. And some aircraft, unknown aircraft, flown into those buildings, and then they fell into ruin. And those ruins remained on the place for almost like, I don't know how many, maybe 2 years in a row, until they made like pretty nice a new building, actually the new skyscraper. But as I know, it's not so tall. The height of that building wasn't too much as it was about those two previous twins buildings. And nevertheless, I somehow decided to make this information public. If you might not to know about that kind of information, so I've familiarized you guys with these new facts about those terroristic attacks. And we've had two younger guys of the age of about maybe 16, from 16 to 18 years old. The girl, whose name was Maria, and the guy with unknown name. I don't remember his name, it's not important to me. And we, after having discussed those terroristic attacks, we made like a circle and began to speak about like introducing yourself. And we replied the question, what was our like favorite holiday ever. And I told that I don't have any particular events to celebrate, and I don't like any particular dates or holidays in my life except the summertime. And I mentioned that information in front of the audience. And actually, what else? In today's speaking activity, I'd like to describe some new object that happened to me spontaneously. As I did that in some of my previous videos, you might follow my activity as well. And what will we describe today? Today, this will be this plastic jar or plastic can. Correct me if I'm wrong. I guess it's called plastic jar. Okay, let's try to describe this object very clearly and in a more precise way, as we might do this like in usual life. Actually, I put it closer to the camera so that you can see this object very clearly, and I will describe this one. So, this is a plastic container that might contain different liquids like, I don't know, maybe kind of juices, kind of beverages, alcohol, drinks, actually different of substances, and originally it's designed to keep like sparkling water in it and some kind of juices, I guess. I suppose, I think so. And actually I bought the tomato juice that was inside this container, and I actually drank it rather fast, and after that I decided to keep it for a while in order to maybe bear some liquids within me while I'm heading across the streets of my native town until it gets cool enough not to drink so many water at the time, especially at the summertime. And again, it's like slightly tangential issue I've mentioned just right now about summertime. I'm not a fan of summertime in a way. When it's more than 30 degrees, it's like annoys me and pisses me off and freaks me out even in a certain way. And that's why I'm bearing with me some water always. I'm trying to do that. And again, let's get to the point, back to our point about our item as a plastic jar, as I mentioned it before. And this plastic jar designed particularly for bearing some liquids in it. And it has, as you may notice, it has like very pretty simple and efficient shape, I would say, in terms of keeping different substances. It has a rather roomy space, rather enough volume. I guess it's about 1 liter or so, and it's enough for daily dosage of the liquid for one person, for me especially. And as for the physical conditions of this item, this one actually is about, I don't know how many, maybe 40 centimeters height, and the thickness, the thickness of this object is about maybe 8 centimeters, and it has a round shaped bottom with the flower-like shape on the very bottom of this item, and the upper part is slightly narrow to its upper side, and it's narrowed to the not thick, not narrow neck of this bottle. And the neck of this bottle, see, the neck of this bottle. Neck of this bottle has also round shape, and it's capped with a nice red cap on it. See, the bottle itself, it's a bottle itself, plastic jar, and it has a round red pretty nice cap on it that fits it very well, because those shapes are pretty similar, and the fitness, I mean physical conditions of those objects almost the same. That's why it fits this plastic jar very well. So what else? Actually, the object itself made of plastic. It's even maybe isn't worth saying, but I'm saying it in order to bend my tone in a certain way and to drill my speaking skills. Okay, let's say it again. It's made of plastic. It has a decent volume for keeping liquids, like about 1 liter, as I said. Let's repeat it again. And the actually the material, you might see it very clearly. It's rather transparent, and it's slightly blur in some way, so it's not so clear as it should be from the very beginning. It's slightly blur if you're trying to look through this object and see some other objects that might be placed behind that plastic jar. And in a way, it's blurred, but it's still distinct and clear and transparent in a way. And the sides of these sides, see, this the container itself, and from this one and this one are the size of this plastic bottle, this plastic jar, and the size is pretty thin. I guess it's about less than half of 1 millimeter, or even less. And what else? What else? This plastic jar is pretty ubiquitous in our vicinities, you know what I'm saying? In a way, it's rather obvious and usual object of everyday life. And just right now, I tried to describe this object in a very clear and slightly, maybe more advanced way. And it's up to you to decide whether I managed to do that, or whether I didn't manage to do that. So that's it for tonight's recording session. I'll be keep you in touch as soon as it appears to me, and see you always in a little while. See you soon. Okay, bye.